And we're back.
Huzzah.
So, the five of you sort of are still standing outside of this fortress. It is well and truly like dark at this point. Like literally the only light source really at the moment is the flaming sword that Grim is still holding that is illuminating the rest of you.
I've got my dagger.
Oh, and your dagger, yes. So, yeah, what are you guys doing?
Well, do you want to try the plan of reapproach Arya sneak?
Yeah.
Like, does Arya want to sneak in?
I mean, I can definitely sneak in and just like, I don't know, do some reconnaissance, I guess, or maybe get behind them and do an ambush.
I think maybe that's the reason that we don't always send you to sneak in is because we're always worried about like sending you out too far ahead. Like we want to still be there to support at a decent time.
I mean, I don't think there's. I mean,
well, like
okay.
if things happen, just wolf.
Yeah.
Just wolf.
Just wolf.
Yeah.
Woo.
Also, I feel like I can handle myself with guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The fortress is also not huge, so
Yeah. We might as well send her in.
like the fortress from end to end is let me get the full measurement of this thing. The fortress from end to end is like 180 feet, like total. It's not a huge place.
That's
That's
not
pretty small.
the canyon that we were at was bigger
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
for a moment.
Yeah. Until it was filled in by the cube.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a cube, to be fair.
Well, yeah, it was a rectangle, but it doesn't have the same ring to it if I say the rectangle.
But yeah, the fact that they're like cramming like 35, 40 people or whatever it is in here is like they are packed in tight.
Like sardines.
Well, it is also on multiple layers as well. It's not like one layer, but
it's not like they're all in the same room.
there's a helicopter flying over my house, and that is insanely loud.
Wow. We used to live in one room,
They're here to
all
take you
26 of us, no furniture, half the all huddled together in
I
one
heard you
corner
talking about
for
weed
fear of
earlier,
falling.
and they're like, we got it.
Yeah,
Quick, he's got weed.
legalize
Yeah.
weed.
Legalize lead, did you just say?
Yeah. Anyway. What are you doing?
I mean, I guess I'll try to sneak like around behind
Okay.
into the walls.
So yeah, the fortress, as you can see, is sort of like it's surrounded on sides by like rough rock, and then it's got walls coming up the sides, like here. So you're going to have to move like a short distance away from where Grim is currently illuminating you all to be able to slip into the darkness. But you can.
Are we supposed to be on the battle map?
No, you're looking at the fortress. I was like pinging on the
We're not
illustration.
in the battle map yet, yeah.
I was just making sure I wasn't like supposed to be seeing a battle map. But...
Nope.
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just illustrating on the diagram. So yeah, you're gonna have to move a short distance away from where Grim is illuminating you with a torch, but you can definitely sort of sneak off.
Also, I can see in the dark, so.
Yep. Okay, go ahead and make me a stealth roll.
Don't forget Lyra.
Is Lyra accompanying you? Because you're gonna have to shimmy around the outside.
Yeah, I was like, she's gonna have to like climb and shit. And,
yeah.
I mean,
okay.
That's a good point.
Climb.
Yeah,
so
we've had plenty of troubles getting her up.
You slip around in the darkness and make your way up to like the edges of the walls away from the gate. Give me a quick perception check. Okay. So as you edge around the outside, you catch sight that there are a number of individuals like manning the wall, like off to the side, although less than is guarding the front gate. But there are definitely people on the wall above you as you sort of sidle your way up. What do you want to do?
I guess if there is like an obvious gap between them or something that I can like kind of slip between them, get over the wall.
Yeah, there's definitely a place that you can. In fact, actually, you know what? Let's just go straight to the battle map. It's probably going to be easier.
Arya just goes full Assassin's Creed.
So you guys are not as close to the wall as is illustrated. You are a little bit further back, but and Arya, you can sort of like you can roughly sneak to about here before it starts to be like you're very much like sort of like pressed up against the wall, like shifting along the rocky edge that leads downwards.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna try to locate the guy that we were trying to talk to.
Okay.
I don't wanna like take him out. I just wanna like if there's anything weird going on, I wanna know about
So
it.
Arya's gonna fucking roll in there Assassin's Creed like on him from above and then just roll out.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just objective.
So you're climbing
the warlord.
Climbing the wall to start with, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything that will aid you with that, or are you just attempting to scramble up the wall?
I mean, I have rope and stuff. I don't know how much that would help getting up the wall.
Not
really
so
need it.
much.
Well, if this is truly based on a castle from, say, feudal Japan, the walls are intentionally somewhat easy to climb because they believed in making their fortresses easy to retake in the event that they were lost. Unlike Western castles, which are all about defensibility.
What was that voice you just did?
I don't know. It was like a weird mix between like.
Anyway, it is like the walls. You could feasibly scramble up the walls. The walls are not super high, especially on the edge of the cliff here. But yeah, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to climb with because I don't have a climbing kit.
Okay.
I really need to invest in a climbing kit and thieves' tools.
In that case, just make me a flat athletics check.
Maybe we should also invest in like a grappling hook because I feel like that would be.
Yeah.
We have
good
two.
for-
Yeah,
Oh,
we
do
have
we?
grappling hooks.
Yes.
Fuck.
Okay.
We used them.
Yes,
though,
Arya.
Okay,
The
my
eyes-
athletics is pretty
The
good.
Arya's just a beast though, so I don't matter.
Yeah. So you literally just like you literally Assassin's Creed your way up the wall, just like jumping from piece to piece. The guards do not notice you, and yeah, you essentially make it up into like this tower here, which is literally just a tower on top of the wall, like an empty space with a staircase like leading down, but it looks out over the rest of the rooftops here and down into the ramp that leads up towards the main like fortress.
You might still hear the general shouting from the gate.
Hardcore parkour.
Where are you moving from here?
So he was like over here the last time.
Yeah, he was at the gate or on the steps to the main keep. Yes.
Okay, well I'm gonna try to make my way there without. Like, are these guys like they're on these walls, right?
So they are on the walls, but there is a roof that runs over the top of them.
Okay. So if I like went around, like potentially like this way, they probably wouldn't see me.
Yeah, you could drop down and run along the wall top. The only risk you have is that you can see there are guards in this section here that are looking out into the courtyard. They're not particularly alert because they're defending the inside of the fortress and there's nothing to really keep an eye out for.
Yeah, I
but
imagine they'd be looking over here.
Yeah, if anyone spots you, then that will be those guys.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to be as sneaky as possible.
Okay, make me
avoid-
another stealth roll.
Should have probably pass without trace.
You can do that.
Yeah,
Does pass without a trace have a verbal component?
Yes.
Okay.
That is.
If you cast that, I am gonna roll some perception checks for nearby guards.
You can whisper.
Yeah, can I just whisper?
That's not how it works, unfortunately. And anything that has a verbal component is audible up to a certain distance. Because it's not just you talking; it's like magic sounds happening.
Magic sounds.
Sound of magic.
Yeah, it's like the full-on. There's like a full-on like.
Cloaking activated.
Yeah, exactly. It's
I.
like the spy from T-Forge 2. It's like a.
You know what? I'm gonna risk it for a biscuit. I'm just gonna go with 15.
Okay.
Just going with 15.
Okay.
Beat the passive perceptions of the Dragonborn.
I just don't want to risk them. Like, if I talk, I feel like I'm definitely gonna get heard.
Okay. So you scamper your way along the rooftops until you get to another tower here, where there is basically you press yourself up against a wall, and there is a guy like in the tower directly above you. He is sort of looking in your direction, except he's looking like down and out across the thing. But yeah, if you climb up the wall, you're gonna have to climb up basically like right next to him.
I suppose I can't joke about Assassin's Creed stuff.
You can try.
I don't know if Arya is very good at that.
Just give him a little shove.
I believe in you.
What check would that be? Out of curiosity, would it be athletics?
I mean,
Probably because athletics is
yeah,
strength.
it'd be like a grapple. And grapples are like contested athletics.
But he's a Dragonborn, and I'm just like.
I mean, you're pretty strong for an elf. You've got +8 athletics.
Yeah, I would say it's probably a contested athletics, because that will represent him like fighting back as you choke him out.
And I guess it's probably pretty obvious that I'm not gonna get past like without him noticing, huh?
Not necessarily. It's just going to be a very high DC if you want to just try and run past him.
We should invest in like poisons that aren't lethal and that just knock people out, just for Arya.
Yeah, sleep.
We just need
sleep
some
poison.
chloroform. Just give me some chloroform. Stick it over there.
Well, I was going to say there is one particular race who are renowned for their incapacitating poison.
Ha.
And you're dating one of them.
True, but I don't think would Jaldrum even know how to do that? I have
Get Jaldrum to
You-
make you some poison.
You don't know all of his interests.
Oh,
And even if wow.
God.
Also,
oh my god.
also, even if he doesn't know how to do that, he probably knows someone who does.
Honestly, that's low-key hot. But anyway.
Luka.
Mood.
Valid, but also Luka.
Yeah, totally valid.
Also, potentially Simone might know because wasn't she
Oh.
undercover?
She does.
For a
Yeah.
while?
She
Yeah.
probably.
She might
probably
know
knows.
as well.
She probably
But
knows
also,
the
you could
poison.
ask Arya's boyfriend. Let's be real.
Yeah. She's gonna ask her
Yeah.
boyfriend. Let's be honest.
I'll just tuck that little note
Yeah.
away for later.
Remember to ask boyfriend
Jaldrum
about.
how to make incapacitating poison.
Ask boyfriend to make poison. Thanks.
Thanks, bye.
Hide.
Anyway, God, I guess.
To be honest, let's be honest. If you got a letter like that from anyone other than Arya, it'd be weird.
It'd be very weird.
Even from Ida, it's weird. But anyway, carry on.
It's not as weird. Though.
As a point of interest, Simone does have proficiency in poisonous tools.
Nice.
So
Nice.
So she would definitely know, even if Jaldrum doesn't.
Yep.
Which is a nice little thing to tuck away at the back of my mind.
Making a mental note.
Ask boyfriend and BFF about poison making.
She might not be my BFF if she learns about my BF, but we'll see.
yeah.
I have faith. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see.
Simone
I'm
really
sure it'll be
hates
fine.
Drow, but whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Um,
fine.
Okay,
At
well,
least
I
it's not
guess-
a underground drow.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna try to sneak past him because I don't like my odds
Okay.
choking him out. I guess there's like no like better way to stealth, huh?
I mean,
Well,
does he
your
look-
alternative option is dropping off the roof and coming down and around, but
Yeah.
Okay, if I like did that and then I like stuck to the wall, would it be really hard for him to see?
it will be harder for him to see you, yes. But then your problem becomes how are you getting back up?
It's true.
It's trading one challenge for another. It's up to you.
But okay, I mean, I guess like
What do you think Arya's better at?
I think Arya's.
Well, what would she go for? That's the better question.
What would Arya do?
I mean, it's a higher chance of success if I drop down, and I feel like since there's no guards like over here, it might be easier to get back up. So I think I'm gonna try that.
Okay. So give me a stealth roll, but with a lower DC.
I really wish I'd cast Pass Without Trace, but I just didn't.
Okay.
Fucking did.
Nice.
Nailed it.
Maybe
Okay,
once
so
you get over there, you can cast it though, because you'll be
You-
far
Yeah,
away
that's
from
true.
You land soundlessly on the ground and make your way over.
Just there happened to be a convenient bale of hay at the bottom of the the base of the wall.
Well, there wasn't one. That's the part that's impressive.
Yeah.
It was just.
I'm just that good.
Also, you make a lot of noise falling into a bale of hay. Can we just
Yeah.
talk about that for a second?
Yeah, he really does. He makes so much noise.
Absolutely.
And that's
So-
not to mention the eagle going every time he does it.
There are two guards you can see here who are again more interested in watching like the courtyard down here.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna keep going, and I'm gonna get to like this little nook area right here,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna try to get up on the wall again.
Okay. Give me another athletics check. Okay.
It's a day for 25.
Yeah. You again effortlessly you just scale up. And now you are on the level with basically like the second story of this central building. At which point you can see that there are shuttered windows on the same level as you, and there is light coming from them.
Oh. Are they like? Can I open them a little bit?
They are open as full as they go. They're slitted windows, like maybe like 2 feet high, but you can peer through them.
Okay.
Oh, you mean like Venetian blinds? Kind of.
Kind of, but made of wood, and they're the only thing in the window.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I see or hear anything of interest?
Give me a perception check.
What do your elf eyes see?
Okay.
They could see more.
They're taking the hobbits somewhere.
So inside you see 4 individuals.
Mm.
There is Warlord Vivir, who is currently basically like kneeling on a cushion, fully in his battle dress, like in plate armor and with weapons. You see his the people who were with him previously, the Dragonborn woman wearing the headdress that makes her look like a frill-necked lizard, and the dark blue Dragonborn in the robes. The 4th figure is Vodak, the Dragonborn that you met previously, who is he appears to be just sort of hanging around, as if waiting to be instructed to do something. And the conversation that you can hear is you can hear snatches of it, but there is definitely a hushed conversation going on between the two of Vidak's advisors, the two of Warlord Vivir's advisors. Give me a quick insight check. Okay. It is difficult to hear what is going on, but the general gist you get from the conversation is that the Dragonborn in the robe is he is current there is something that is stressing him out. He is he's very clearly concerned about something, whereas the frill-necked female is she is attempting to be more like a calming influence. She is speaking slow and calmly and attempting to get him to calm down. And from the snatches of conversation, they are talking about your companions outside, and they are concerned that leaving them outside is going to force them into an act of aggression.
And they're right.
At which point, the frill-necked female is attempting to calm them and telling him that they are prepared, they know what they're doing, everything is under control.
Okay.
That is as much as you sort of get from the brief snippet of conversation that you hear to begin with.
It's just
What are you
so
doing?
weird that they would change so suddenly. What happened to make them change their mind?
An excellent question.
I'm just gonna stay here for a hot second and see if I can hear anything else. Or see anything weird.
Okay. Give me another perception check.
There we go. That's more
Okay.
like it.
Hey.
So as you watch this conversation, it continues onwards. Your attention is drawn to your attention at first is drawn to Vidak, who is you don't really see Dragonborn sweat, but this guy is basically nervously sweating. Presumably because he's seen firsthand what you and your companions are capable of. And he is constantly nervously glancing at Warlord Vivir, which makes you look at Warlord Vivir. And Warlord Vivir is looking at the blue Dragonborn unflinchingly, and it's as you're watching him observe this conversation, you notice he does not take his eyes off the blue Dragonborn. And he's not contributing to this conversation. This conversation is being entirely led by these two.
Hmm.
I think I know what's going on.
You're not
Someone's being
here.
Mind control.
I know. I'm just saying.
Okay. This is when I wish I had message or send in.
Didn't we put it into the ring?
Oh, did we?
Pretty sure we did.
I know we talked about it to be.
Did you
Yeah.
do that? Is
I'm
it
pretty sure we
noted?
actually did it.
Well, we wanted sending, and then we didn't want another spell. I can't remember what the other spell was. Did we write it down?
I mean, I definitely remember putting new spells in there. I just don't know if you've used them yet.
Yeah, because we specifically used what's it called? The
Invisibility.
we used the old spell that was in there, so we could
Yeah.
put new stuff in.
Yeah,
And we
I
decided-
definitely put I definitely put sending in there.
Yeah, no, you put invisibility in there as well at one point, didn't you? Because I remember, I think I remember you
Yeah.
casting it from it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I put putting invisibility and sending in there would make sense because they're two things that Arya could really benefit from.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to add another one of these counters here for the rings. Because that just makes sense.
Yes, okay, do that.
So
Although,
how many...
honestly, tracking it in your artifact with what actually is in it might be more useful, like in your bio
Yeah.
page. But yeah, I will say, seeing as we have not declared that they were used for anything else, that you do have one use of sending in the ring.
Okay. Well then I am gonna go ahead and use that and say... I think the warlord is being controlled.
That's 7.
Resolution possible if freed?
Okay.
Because I think, I mean, if he's being controlled, like, then we aren't talking to the same guy that we talked to before.
Yeah. Okay, so Elizabeth, you get those 11
Okay.
words.
Oh, you sent it to Elizabeth. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh, sorry, I made that assumption.
I think she would send it to Elizabeth just because
Okay.
that's
Okay.
who's supposed to do it.
Yeah, in that case... But yeah, in that case, Elizabeth's response is to just say, that makes sense. I imagine Grim will want us to move in. Stay safe. At which point she turns to Grim and relays Arya's message.
I'll shout, like, give me a minute, to the to the wall.
I think they're going to give you all the minutes because I don't think they want to fight.
Yeah, but
No,
like,
they want to move. So yeah, in that case, and then she, after relaying the message, she'll just say, like, so, what's the plan?
well, the problem, if it's true, we have no clue what the source is.
Oh, damn. I didn't say that, huh?
You did not.
I mean, at this point, Elizabeth... because I imagine Elizabeth remembers this still, because, I mean, I did. She'd say, well, last time we met with him, he was in the company of what looked like a capable spellcaster.
Yes, but like that spellcaster knows what is at stake, and if they were controlling him before, then why agree only to?
Maybe they weren't controlling him before, and they disagreed with how he handled our chat, and so has taken it into his hands to, well, take control.
That is a lot of assumptions.
And even if it's not, I very much have ways to, completely cut off whatever might be controlling him.
Go from without without actually having to find the source.
Yeah.
However, if this is true, they're not going to let us in. Well, voluntarily.
No, but I mean that's what we were planning initially, right?
Yeah.
In non-lethal takedowns.
Well, like, the problem is there is going to be death regardless. There's too many of them not for them not to have an accident, there's too many of them for an accident. Well, an accident will happen. I'm pretty sure.
Well, an accident.
However, I have. So with that floating, do you need to concentrate on that?
My levitate.
Yes.
Yes. Why?
Otherwise, I was thinking invisible levitation.
Yeah, unfortunately that won't work. And also, I can only target a single person with levitate.
Yeah, well, that I was aware of that. I was thinking perhaps we could.
Only Arya had told them she knows who's controlling him. Fuck.
Yep.
Well,
Look,
Ah.
that's why sending is hard.
okay. So Arya,
Yeah,
while your companions outside are having this conversation, the conversation inside continues until Vadak eventually sort of pipes up and turns to Warlord Veer and says, "Warlord, please let me at least take some message to them." At which point the Warlord just responds with, "They are no ally of ours. We do nothing to negotiate with outsiders." To which Vadak says, "Warlord, please," and the Frolnecht female Dragonborn turns to him and just says, "You are dismissed." At which point he takes second guesses about saying anything else and makes his way out.
Oh, actually, this is good.
But yeah,
Arya's gonna fucking drop in on him and be like, "Bro, what's happening?"
Let's go! Overthrow the government!
wow.
Suddenly, the room is filled with dire wolves.
But yeah, after with that though, like while that's going on, Elizabeth's probably saying like, either way, we're gonna have to get in there somehow, because Arya's in there.
I guess the only option I see is, or the safest option, which, regardless, is not very safe, is pure intimidation. I asked them to drop their weapons, and we're coming in, and anybody who resists will be dealt with. And then they might not know that when we say dealt with, we try to knock them unconscious, but they will know that we will do something.
I mean, it's likely that we could get some people that way, but not everybody.
No, but
Some is better than none. Let's do it. Because whatever we do, we have to do it fast.
yes. The only issue is the gates.
Yeah.
How tall are the walls?
Maybe 20 feet?
Yeah, in that case, Elizabeth says, don't worry about the gate.
Actually, if we can just blow up the gates, that would make a great first impression.
No, let's not blow up the gate.
I mean, yeah, I was just going to suggest I can, zip up onto the walls, zip down the other side, open the gate.
Arya,
Or,
what are you doing during
stay
this?
on the walls if opening the gate is up there.
Yeah, can I follow Verdact and if there's a chance for me to get him alone, can I drop down? I'm trying to figure out how to not make him scream.
So, if you're watching him leave, he leaves out this front door. You notice that there are the two white dragonborn guards that were there previously are still both down there. He goes into this tower and then just closes the door behind him.
Okay. Can I get into that tower?
You can if you go around the outside.
Okay.
Make me another stealth roll. Okay.
I don't like the.
You make it to the tower and hop up in through the top. There is a staircase leading down to where you presume Vadak is now standing.
Okay. So he's in there and we're alone, right? As far as I can tell.
You don't know that yet. Until you look down through the staircase, you won't know.
Okay, can I have a peep at
Okay.
the staircase?
So you peer down. He is down there, but there are others. There are at least 3 other people.
Damn it.
None of which are wearing armor.
Okay.
And appear to be civilians.
Okay.
They are just huddled in a corner, like on like makeshift bedding.
Right. Okay. All right. Okay. Hopefully they won't scream.
I believe in you, Arya.
I'm just gonna slowly start making my way down the stairs
Okay.
with my hands held up, like in a not aggressive posture.
Okay. So yeah, you make your way down the stairs, not attempting to conceal yourself. You basically get to the bottom of the stairs before anybody sort of like looks up and sees you. There is like a faint gasp from one of them, and as that happens, like Vadak like whirls around and like goes for a knife, sees you and just pauses, and then like holds up his own hand and just says, I guess he just says, if you've come to end this, I won't stand in your way, but these people are civilians.
I assumed as much, but we came back because we have a way to deal with the dragon. But when we attempted to contact your warlord, he refused to parlay with us, and we didn't know why.
Like Vadak just sort of like shakes his head and says, the warlord has changed. Something has happened. He is not himself. He is shut off and put everyone on high alert. They will try and kill anyone who comes in.
Is it possible that those people that were with him the last time we were here could be the cause of that?
He like sort of like looks at you quizzically and just says, "You mean Kodir and Anun?"
I assume the two Dragonborn that were his silent advisors when we were here last time.
I don't know why. They've been his loyal assistants for so long. It would be out of character for them to raise a hand against him. And again, Anun was not best pleased with his desire to negotiate with you.
That's what I'm worried about, is that the offer to negotiate just pushed them over the edge. We would like to end this peacefully. I don't want us to just fight and needlessly hurt others. I like point at the civilians there. If we don't have to.
He nods and just says, I am worried that at this stage there will be bloodshed whatever way this happens.
The other soldiers, I know they're loyal to the warlord, but how are they feeling about this non-negotiation strategy?
Some of them are worried, some of them have heard the stories. Others are young, zealous. Those are the ones I think you will worry about the most. They'll do anything for the warlord.
So I'm wondering if there's a way to make them just let us talk to him without finding us, but I can understand that would possibly be seen by them as an act of betrayal.
He sort of like just sort of shakes his head and says they would never dare go against his orders. The only people who are who are allowed to see the warlord are his bodyguards, his advisors, and when he needs a message sending myself.
So you couldn't. Let's say that you send a fake message from the Lord and tell them to let us through. Would they believe you?
He pauses for a moment, thinks about it. While he's thinking about it, what are the rest of you doing?
I mean, Elizabeth's ready to go ahead with Grim's shouting, stand down strat. Like, she's raring to go.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
yeah, but if we can't
Yeah.
get over can't get through that way, how are we
Are you-
getting through / over the gates?
well, if Elizabeth can open the door from the other side, I think.
Yeah. The walls are low
We-
enough that I could teleport up there.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, the thing is I can also probably just get us over without opening the gate, because don't gates like this have opening mechanisms that require more than one person, or is it not that type of gate?
I mean, it's two large wooden doors, presumably with a bar on the other side. It's not advanced.
Oh, it's not like a gate.
It's
Gotcha.
not a gate. It is a wooden door. There is possibly a portcullis that can be lowered in the event of assault, but
Who knows?
not possible to tell from this side.
If you feel comfortable going alone, then fine. But if not, I can go with you.
I mean, I should be alright. I mean, worst case scenario, I ask for a bit, and things go south. I ask for a bit of help, and you come up. Right?
Hmm.
Most likely, I'll just teleport up, defend myself a bit, teleport back down, lift the bar, and start opening the door.
How long has Arya been gone at this point?
She's been gone like a few minutes, like maybe 10 minutes at most. It's been probably only like 2 or 3 minutes since she sent the message.
Should we give her a couple more minutes so that she's not in a dangerous position?
Well, I think
I'm
here's-
worried that she's somewhere that we might be putting her in more danger if we go in basically right away. Give her just just 1 minute.
See, what I'd suggest is, we have an idea of how to open the gate now, right?
Mm-hmm.
We say we'll commit, you can put down your weapons, or we'll come in 5 minutes and do it for you. Then over 5 minutes,
Do it for you.
I love
Yeah,
how Grim
sorry.
phrases sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really
Yeah,
good.
That's actually perfect.
Yeah, all right.
and then when those 5 minutes are up, we try to, we'll try to open the doors at roughly that time exactly.
Alright.
Yeah.
Because
go.
that just for the maximum shock and awe kind of thing.
Great.
Not that it's really surprising anymore, but
I
Well,
mean,
to some of them.
you can do a shock attack, and it's expected.
also, if you just have any loud spell, probably good. Just to make him scared.
Oh, I have something very loud.
Yeah, good.
Although I'm worried about hitting people with it, so I'll probably just hit the courtyard. But hey, if you want a loud spell, I can do a loud spell.
Okay, well, just make sure that you don't cause more problems with it. But yeah, I think that will be our plan. Agreed.
Agreed.
All right.
5
And
minutes.
then, Sarah, you'll stick with me, and then Kelariis and Elizabeth will open the gates. And Lyra, you stick with us too.
Lyra gives a huff in return.
I was like, Lyra's not gonna fucking listen to it. She's gonna do what she wants.
No, but
Thalithsyr looks at the wolf, turns back to you, Graham, and just says, "Yes, sir."
Yeah, Lyra, we don't need to tell Lyra what, but I wanted to feel included somehow. Sometimes.
No, she was into it. She was like, "Yeah, let's go."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't you know that a huff is Lyra for let's do this?
Good.
I
Well,
will keep my griffin just on standby in case somebody needs to get out quickly, I guess.
On station.
Well,
just I think like as a quick out if anybody needs it,
Yeah.
or if anybody needs to get up very quickly.
We're essentially
Um,
using your griffin as like an escape chopper.
Yeah.
well,
For like 1 or 2 people, but yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
like,
having it
dives
fly
in,
in.
grabs people, goes out.
having
It's
it just fly in might be good.
it's the closest the Amber Eagle will ever get to a Black Hawk.
Yeah, that's exactly
my
what I was
God.
thinking. I was gonna say Blackhawk, but I didn't know how many people would.
We know what a Blackhawk is.
Well, I decided to err on the side of caution. But now that I know that you know what a Blackhawk is, I'll just say Blackhawk next time.
It's a very common helicopter.
It is a very common helicopter.
Yeah,
I
that
know,
is a
but
griffin.
still.
It's the iconic helicopter.
It is. Haven't you ever heard of Black Hawk Down?
Yeah, great movie.
That is true.
Is it? I don't know. I've never seen it.
It's
It's alright.
it's quite good.
I've never seen it, but I have seen about 50 million Roblox games, all based on that concept.
It is a great illustration of the futility of war.
Well,
War,
there you go.
war never
War
changes.
never changes.
Yeah, a lot of pointless deaths. Anyway,
But yes. Well, I guess it's time to see what Arya does whilst we wait for.
What's Arya got in 5 minutes?
Arya hopefully has a plan.
well, so you finished this conversation about the same time Arya is finishing hers. So are you
Yeah.
yelling?
I should probably shout like, yeah,
Yeah,
you're
do-
right.
do
I
your
should give him the heads up. Like of like, well, you have five minutes to respond, or put down your weapons, or we'll do it for you. And that's what I say.
Okay. So as Varak is thinking about this, this thing that you put in front of him, Arya, you hear the ultimatum echo through the open window.
I guess at that, I'll just turn to him and say, "It looks like our time is limited."
He like looks at the civilians in the room with him and sort of says, "If you think this will lead to less bloodshed, I can try and get them to stand down. But if this turns into a fight,
Look, all we need is a chance to get in there and get those people away from him. If we can do that, I think we could probably reason with the warlord."
I think like at this point, like he looks you in the eyes and he says, "Do you honestly believe this will save lives?"
I do.
Make me a persuasion roll."
I really believe it. I really do. Not good enough.
Okay.
Fuck.
I guess the question is, does he?
I think he looks down at the civilians and just like looks back at you and just says, "I'm sorry, I can't take that risk."
Damn it! Oh, I'm so close.
It would have been so cool.
I just look back at him and say, "You're making a mistake, and it's gonna cost lives."
I think like he stands there and just says, "I see what you're saying, but if they sense a betrayal from inside, then who knows how this could go down."
All right. Plan 2, Electric Boogaloo. Let's go.
Okay, what are you doing?
I am gonna go try to assassinate those people.
Okay,
Oh
let's
my
go.
God, Arya!
Well, that escalated quickly, as one might say.
That was
Okay.
my original plan, and I was like, if I can talk to Verdact, maybe. But
Peace,
He can't
please.
do it.
No, well, murder. Well, I guess that is our usual solution. So
Okay, so you head back up the stairs, head back out onto the roof, presumably.
Yeah.
Okay, so you make it back out onto the roof. Give me another stealth roll.
If only my persuasion wasn't so shit.
Okay, yeah. Once again, make it across the roof to the shuttered windows. So this time, like as you're over here, like the frill-necked female Dragonborn has moved over to the corner of the room, and is probably is just going through a crate in the back of the room, like pulling like things out of it, like some small gemstones and a handful of other things, possibly like spell components. And you notice at this point that she appears to have conjured. At least, is it her that has? Yeah, both her and the blue dragonborn have a shimmering field around them, similar to the effect that you see when Elizabeth uses her mage armor.
Okay. Arya, I don't know how much Arya knows about like control spells. Would she know like if I break their concentration, would she think that would be enough? I honestly have no idea. Like we know a lot
Yeah.
about magic, but
So
I'm currently racking my brain for any spell this could possibly be.
give me an Arcana roll.
that's what I'm. I don't even. Oh, that's pretty
Okay.
good.
Wow.
Not bad.
All of us
So
like, damn.
I mean, Arya's not known for her Arcana checks.
no, she's not.
No.
If you know that if this is a direct if this is a direct domination spell, then yes, it will be a case of concentration. However, you know, particularly V had magic that could change people's opinions that did not require her to be concentrating.
I don't think that's the case here because he seems like fully, like he doesn't seem like himself at all, right? Like he seems fully like gone, and he's not really like he's paying attention to her, right?
He's paying attention to the blue
Sure.
dragonborn, not the
Yeah.
not sorceress.
Wizard boy.
Whilst that is true, that doesn't necessarily discount it from being a charm effect. But if it is a charm effect, that does mean that it is by making them realize that they are charmed, they will it can be broken as well. So it might not even be the fact that you have to break concentration.
And so they have mage armor on, yeah.
Yes.
So I couldn't.
They both seem to be gearing up for a fight.
So I couldn't like take them out with like a well-placed arrow, I guess.
You can with enough damage. The thing is, doing enough damage to somebody with a single arrow is very difficult because you don't have any class features to do that.
I know.
Have you considered wolves?
I have considered wolves, actually. I am currently considering the wolves.
I will point out at this
strong signal to attack.
I will point out at this stage, it is going to be very difficult to fit 6 direwolves into this chamber.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the point.
Can you level them up? Get some winter wool.
No, she doesn't have that option.
Oh yeah,
No,
because they're
I
not
don't.
beasts. Shit. You have to come up with a CR2 beasts that fit in there.
Yeah. What? Yeah,
I think direwolves are the best thing that she can summon, according to the specific ruling of the spell.
The ability.
The ability, yeah.
Also, direwolves are just good.
I've also considered doing my famous
Sword.
wind strike.
Yeah.
Steel Wind Strike.
Yep.
Because
I
that would
wonder-
definitely break their concentration.
Or you could wait for us to start our attack first.
But she doesn't. Did Arya hear us shout that?
She heard the ultimatum, yeah, through the window.
Ah,
But
okay.
none of you know that, of course. But
Yeah.
So,
And also, like, yeah, Elizabeth did reply saying Grim probably wants to go in.
Okay. With the Steel Wind Strike, do I have to choose 5 people? Like 5 individuals?
let me see what your spell thing says. Choose up to 5 creatures. So no, you
Okay.
you can only choose 2. You can choose only 2, rather.
Right. That really seems like the best option.
Okay.
Because if I can take them out and get him to stop, and get him to give the order like immediately, that would be the best
Yep.
situation. Okay, here we go.
Arya.
Okay.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, I teleport out because I could do that. So don't
Yeah.
worry, I'm not flying in here blind.
Okay.
I have an escape.
So you draw Frostbrand, you focus on the blade, and teleport. Go ahead and make your attack roll with advantage because they are unaware of your presence.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Attack
Okay.
rolls, because you get loads.
No, it's only 2 because it's only 2 targets.
What for Steel
What?
Wind Strike? Oh,
Yes.
one per target. That's
It's
What?
1 per
That's
target.
bullshit. Oh man!
I don't write the rules.
I was
Well-
hoping that I would get 5 2 targets.
No, that is not how it works, unfortunately.
Damn it!
Otherwise, it would
Wait.
be the strongest spell in the game against single targets.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, you just get 5. Oh god, yeah, that's a good point. You get 30 d10 force damage.
Yeah, that.
Okay. I always forget this, but what are my boons? Is that just for the?
for
It's
the
only
bow
for-
or-
The boons are for the bow only. So
Okay.
Boons a bow.
Okay. Well, anyway, let's go.
Swing.
Ooh. That's your bow, Arya.
Oh, that is
That
my
is-
bow.
That's the bow.
I'm so used to clicking that.
Nice.
Still pretty good.
okay.
Oh,
No,
use-
it's not a roll with Frostbrand, by the way. It is a spell attack roll.
Yeah,
What?
you need to
You
you need
said
to actually
roll
roll
with
Steel Wind Strike because.
Yeah,
Steel
you
Wind Strike-
roll Steel Wind Strike itself.
Yeah, because
Anyway.
also Steel Wind Strike does.
Nice.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Also, Steel Wind Strike does way
Boom.
more damage than your sword. Way
True.
more. Damage.
So roll that twice.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Screenshot it.
Oh
Oh my
god.
god. Wow.
Well,
Okay.
Hang
that
on.
was not what, that's not
so-
what you meant when you said roll that twice.
I should have asked you this first, but who are you targeting with a first strike?
Okay, the first strike, I probably target the spellcaster
They're both spellcasters.
or the blue dragon. Sorry.
Okay.
Ah,
The blue dragon, who I think is the one who
no.
probably like doing the bewitching.
The music
Okay.
change.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hang on.
Okay, so you teleport in and like as you feel yourself move through the ethereal, you like do one strike and then the other. The female Dragonborn is sent reeling from the impact of your strike. So she takes 61 damage.
61 damage.
Yes.
Also, I think I have the appropriate caption for that screenshot.
The blue Dragonborn, who is caught completely unawares by this strike, sees you appear behind the female Dragonborn, like raises a hand, like as if to like start casting a spell towards you, and you watch as you turn to like this new act of aggression, you watch just like a trickle of blood just comes out the corner of his mouth, and he just collapses sideways in a way that like suggests that the impact of your force probably broke more than just his like it probably broke his spine.
He's dead.
As he literally just keels over.
Oops.
Well, you one-shot him.
Oopsie.
Nice.
Go
you
ahead.
did
Go
want
ahead
to
and roll into the initiative order.
Well, you did want to assassinate them, did you not?
I did. I mean, I don't think there's a non-lethal option for strikes.
There is not.
Yeah.
Oof.
And the way Arya's thinking about this, if she gets rid of these two, she's gonna save like 30 or so lives.
Okay.
All the people.
So the as the female dragonborn like reels from this impact, like she stumbles forwards like over the crate, before like whipping around to face you. But before she can even bring up her hands, it's your turn again.
Get
She
him!
got that low of initiative.
Yep.
God,
Smack her with the sword.
really sucks. Yeah, I'm gonna
And
hit her again.
You can non-lethal the sword.
I can. I'm gonna non-lethal this one.
Okay.
I didn't actually mean to kill that other guy, but I'm not gonna be about it.
I mean, yeah, that's what he gets for using mind-altering magics.
Oh, sorry.
That's no longer with advantage, but it's still a hit.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is 1 point over what you needed.
Nice.
Nice.
She's out. I guess you could say she's out.
Out.
Cold.
Yep.
Cold.
Wow, that mic
Luka
pop.
yelled like you broke her mic.
That's the best
Man.
reception I've ever gotten for one of my shitty puns. I'm so happy.
Okay, yeah. So you literally raise Frostbrand and just like basically just like sword slap her across the face, and she just like literally just like keels over, like literally just slumps. So that's your action. You have movement and bonus action.
I am going. Can I yell on my bonus action at the warlord?
Well, speaking is not a bonus action, but yes, you can. You can-
It's a free action.
You can articulate. You have 6 seconds of articulation.
Okay. You need to order the guards to stand down. My companions are going to storm the keep.
Make me an intimidation roll.
For fuck's sake!
Get 'em.
He's intimidation and persuasion roll. Am I not intimidated enough?
Like you took like a whole 6 seconds to kill everyone. It's
Ah!
Oh,
Yeah.
God damn it!
Well,
Come on.
it's more the fact that he is massively convinced that he is now under attack.
Ah,
Oh,
fuck.
yeah, true.
That's fair.
This is unfortunate.
How does she?
Um,
She just like.
Okay, so like he see like the warlord like stands up, like sees you like kill this guy and then incapacitate the other one. He turns I guess he just like sort of he stands up, probably just bellows something in Draconic and like throws himself at you.
God damn it! This is not meant to happen.
It's okay. Defend yourself.
He will swing twice with the great sword. 17 and 12.
17 hits.
Okay, you take 11 slashing damage. He like brings the sword down, like crushing into your guard before you're able to like throw him off.
It's okay. At this rate, it'll only take him 12 to 13 more swings.
What? I need to remember which these guys are. I think they may be this stat sheet.
Also, if he's shouting his head off, do we hear him shouting his head off?
He didn't shout his head off. He just shouted.
He bellowed something in Draconic. Like, he wasn't loud. He wasn't like yelling to be heard by the whole room. He was yelling to be heard by his guards. Which stat sheet is this? I've lost which stat sheet this one is.
Is it the one you put up your butt?
No.
Have you tried looking anyway? Have you checked your balls for testicular cancer?
Where are we?
Oh, wait,
what is
hang on.
happening?
Wait, hang on.
Look, Ferrous is looking for a stat sheet. And I'm
Yeah, okay, it's this one. I found it.
Silence.
Roll into the initiative, please, and thank you. There we go.
Although make sure you do that, Dave. It's important.
It is important.
Okay, Arya, you get a chance to react before the bodyguards do. Oh, and he's like next to you.
I guess I can't sheath my sword and try to grapple him.
Yes, you can. It's a object interact is your sheathing
Okay.
your sword, and then grapple is your what would be your attack.
Okay, I'm gonna sheath my sword and try to like hold him down.
Okay.
And say, at the same time, and say, listen to me. We're not a threat. Call off your guards.
Okay. Make
Keep is being invaded.
contested athletics roll.
Okay.
Oh, beat a 20.
Oh.
Nope.
He's been so good at beating 20 before.
You like grab at him, but he just like throws you off. He's dead. Guards are gonna go.
It's okay. At least they have to climb the stairs.
I'm less worried about the guards like attacking me, and more worried about like everything else.
Okay, they run to his aid to surround you. They don't get to attack this turn because they had to sprint. He is up. He's gonna just attempt to bludgeon you again with the greatsword.
He needs to sharpen his sword then.
It's a greatsword. Greatswords are for bludgeoning. 10 and a 26.
26 hits.
15 slashing. And oh yeah, he actually has. I forgot he has legendary actions, so he will use
Oh,
a
for
legendary
fuck's
action.
sake.
Make me a Wisdom saving throw, please.
Great
What
at
a
that.
bastard.
Super great at that.
Oh, use your
What
ring.
up? I'm straight up not having a good time.
You have your ring of resistance still, don't you?
Oh, I do. So I get a +2.
You can add a D4. Yeah.
A D4.
Oh, D.
Yeah,
I'm
that is
straight up not having a good time.
You are not having a good time as he basically bellows in your face, and you are frightened until the end of his next turn.
Unfortunate.
Which just means you have disadvantage on attack rolls against him, and you can't voluntarily move towards him. But he's right on top of you anyway, so.
Yeah, I was
Well,
gonna
you're-
say, I think he's right on top.
It is your turn.
You have disadvantage on everything whilst you can see him.
It's my turn. I'm gonna scream, call off your guards. The keep is being
Okay,
invaded.
keep going with the
People are
strategy.
gonna die. And if he's right on top of me, I'm gonna still attempt to grapple him.
Yeah.
Even though I'm
Oh yeah, so this is it's ability checks and attack rolls while you can see him. So this is technically an ability check, so you do have a disadvantage on this one as well.
okay.
Contested athletics.
And why didn't that roll with disadvantage? I had it clicked.
Well, just
Just roll it again. Ah, that's unfortunate.
Ow.
You got a
Ow.
19.
No.
Now might be a good time to make that swift escape.
You coward.
I want to break through him. I don't know how to break through to him. The keep is being invaded.
The
It's being invaded.
guards either side are gonna. Yeah, they'll draw weapons and attack. Ooh, that's a crit.
Oh,
Did we hear the big scream?
There's like this combat is not loud enough for you to hear all the way out there. So that is a natural 20, which deals 18 slashing, followed by a 12, a 6, and a 21. So I'm going to assume only the 21 hits.
Yeah.
For another 6. And at the end of their turn, the Warlord will use another legendary action to force them to make another... Oh no, it's... Yeah, you can force another ally to make an attack roll with advantage. It's a 19
Yeah.
for 6 slashing.
It's like a better version of Grimm's thing.
Wait, what is better version?
The legendary action he just used.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it doesn't add a bonus to the damage.
It does not.
Yeah.
No, but it gives you advantage, which...
Yeah, but depending on who you're asking to be hit and to do
And-
the hitting.
and
The-
he also doesn't have to sacrifice one of his attacks. It's a legendary action.
Warlord
God,
swings
Grim has, like,
twice.
3.
12 and a 16.
Yeah, but like, I get to add like a d12 to it now.
16 hits.
Oh, that's right, I
15
forgot
slashing
you
damage. And he'll use another legendary action to take another swing because he is in desperate fear of his life. That's 24 for 17 slashing. Your turn.
Okay. I'm done with this. So
Okay.
I'm gonna teleport over here to as far away as I can get without leaving the room.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna cast Spike Growth on the floor.
Okay.
And as I'm doing this, or after I'm done, I'll yell, "Listen to me! You can save lives here if you listen to me. Call off the guards."
Okay. It's 20-foot cube, right?
I
thought it was a
think
circle.
so. Yeah, I think it's a circle. Hold on.
Yeah, you can. I think you can just click it in your spell list, right?
Yes.
There we go. Oh,
Yeah,
you can a nice
radius.
spell save.
Yeah.
Okay. 20-foot radius. Oh shit. Okay, that's like literally the whole room, pretty much.
Yeah. That's what I was hoping.
Oh, that is.
Spike
Okay,
Growth is a
just
great spell. I just want them to stay the fuck there and listen to me.
Okay.
That's a very good thing to do that with.
Yeah.
Give me either persuasion or intimidation again. This time with advantage.
Okay. I don't think it's gonna matter either way, but you know. Sorry, my spell sheet is being really slow. I don't know why.
Yeah, just this sometimes.
I do like the update that adds the spell save DC in there though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's new. I like that. Holy fuck.
Fuck's sake!
God.
How,
Listen to me! I'm begging!
how is Arya not more intimidating?
I mean,
How am I not more intimidating?
to be fair, if I was them, they're probably gonna move 10 feet and then be like, "Oh, that's a bad idea."
Well, I mean, right now they can see the massive razor sharp spikes. They are intelligent.
Well,
Yeah.
there you go. Then they might not even move at all. Then, so they're still stationary, and no one's getting in.
So like yeah, in I guess in retaliation, the warlord just I guess like yeah, he drops the greatsword, pulls a short bow from his back, like knocks an arrow, aims it at you, and just sort of cries out. This time in common, he just says, You come in here, you murder my advisors, and you think I'm just going to stand down? And he will fire a loose an arrow at you.
Catch it.
Okay.
Yeah, Arya!
Finally!
remembered!
It took 4 years, but
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Oh yeah.
Well, it wasn't quite 4 years, but close enough.
So, tell me what the actual thing that is that you need to do.
I don't know if you have a description.
If it's the same as like the arrow catching that monks can do, I think you roll to reduce the
reduce the
damage.
damage by 1d10 plus dex.
Yeah, and if it
Okay.
reduces it to 0, you catch it.
So roll me.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a d10,
Yeah,
and it'll be
you don't get
1d10
one-
plus. What's your dex mod? Is it 6?
6, isn't it?
Okay.
It's
Yeah, plus 6. And yeah, then the only thing you don't get from monk is the ability to
Nice.
yeet it back
Okay,
in space.
15. So yeah, like you loose the short bow. He looses the short bow, and you just snatch the arrow out of the air.
Oh, that's so good!
so nice.
It's so good!
It has been
Badass.
achieved.
Listen, people just don't shoot arrows at me very often.
That is true.
That's true.
No one counts
Because
you,
because
you're
if
too
you're in arrow range of somebody, you're usually, or if you're not up in somebody's face, you're usually so far away they can't hit you with their
Yeah.
arrow.
good. Yeah. She's the sniper. She's too good at out sniping before they even get a chance to
Yeah.
snipe her back.
Yeah, which is
Um,
valid.
We're really good at getting in the face of the snipers who might.
I
shoot
think
snipers anyway.
that at this point the 2 bodyguards.
What do
Because
they think is going on? They're probably like, what the
Well,
hell?
you're not attacking their charge, so
Yeah.
and they are currently surrounded by spike growth, so they have no reason to attack you. And they don't want to drop their weapons to draw their ranged weapons because they just saw you snatch an arrow out of the air.
Nice, nice.
And then these people are like, what in the hell?
So
Yeah.
they are
Free hands.
they are both going to hold actions.
All right, fine.
They don't know that you can't do it more than once because you've already used your reaction, but
Well,
Yeah, it's fine.
they are not aware of the way the mechanics of the game work.
Mechanics?
well
What's
let them
those?
think.
What's a mechanic? Well,
Yeah, Arya, you have another chance. What are you doing?
I am going to break the arrow because I'm really frustrated.
Plus, that's very cool.
Yeah.
just snap the arrow in half. Don't even put it in your other hand. Just in one hand.
Yeah, just
Rip that.
I don't think she has enough
And-
strength to do that. She has to do it two-handed.
I'm
Yeah.
going to yell at him. Listen to me. You were being controlled. My party is outside waiting to parley with you, but they will storm the gates if you don't call off your guards.
Okay.
How does he react to that?
Okay.
Listen to me! Listen, buddy, if I wanted to kill you, you would be dead. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true though.
it's
Yeah.
true.
I think, yeah, like at that, like he lowers the short bow. And there's like there is a reflective moment for a brief second before he holds up a hand and says something in Draconic, and the other 2 lower their weapons.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Dun dun dun.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. At which point I think there is a pause. Probably it's your turn to speak again because technically we're still in initiative.
Okay. I'm gonna say quickly call off your defenses, let my party in, and we can resolve this peacefully.
He looks up back, like he look back to his bodyguards, looks to you, says something quickly in Draconic, and says, "Dismiss this magic, and we will talk."
I need your word that you won't try anything when I dismiss it. and then I'm gonna attack on. Believe me, it won't end well for you if you do. I'm just gonna be honest.
You're trying so hard to be intimidating.
I'm trying so hard.
You're doing great, Arya.
He considers this for a moment, holds out his arm, holding the short bow to one side, and just lets the bow go.
Okay. Fine. In that case, I'll dismiss Spike Growth.
Okay.
If it makes you feel any better, Luka, Elizabeth is extremely intimidated by Arya.
Good to know.
That's
At least
great.
someone fucking is.
That's not the point, but...
I mean,
okay.
this guy just watched me kill, well, one of his advisors and incapacitate the other in like 2 seconds. You'd think he'd be a little more scared.
He was scared, that's why he fought back.
Yeah.
Well,
People have it's a fight or flight response when you're scared. He just happens to have a fight response. He's one of those few people where, like, you do those pranks where you jump out and try to scare him, and he just punches you in the face.
Valid, honestly.
By this point, like the yelling has drawn attention from outside, and two of the Dragonborn, like from the wall guard, come like toting crossbows, like running forwards, like sort of see you turn, see them, and then like there is a command from Warlord Vivir, and they just pause, and then lower the crossbows.
cool.
He like slowly walks towards you, like raising his hands up, and just says, I hope your friends hold up their end of the bargain.
They will, I promise. But quickly, we have to move fast. Tell them to open the gates.
He just runs out past you, runs to the balcony, and just well, I guess he would bark in Draconic, which you cannot understand. Kelariis, somewhere from inside the fortress, you hear a loud voice bark out to stand down and open the gates.
Do I recognize that it's the Warlord's voice?
You could probably guess.
Fair enough. Yeah,
Cool.
then I turn to Grim and just say, the Warlord called for them to stand down.
Yeah.
That's
Elizabeth probably just goes,
surprising.
how's that for your response?
See, I didn't expect this to actually work this way.
I didn't expect it to actually work either after how terribly it started.
Oh no, this was
No.
Grim being like,
Yeah.
This is Grim in character.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
It's
Grim-
also funny because Grim thinks this is just us calling the ultimatum that did it because we don't know that Arya just fucking murdered somebody and knocked somebody else out.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, at this point, Elizabeth probably would say, like, I mean, unless Arya's done something. In the 5
Yeah.
minutes we gave her.
We'll see.
Shrug.
I tried.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
did great.
Well, I guess
So-
we can advance.
Yeah, the four of you and Lyra advance up towards the keep, where you find like Warlord Vivir, like flanked very closely by his two guards,
Makes sense.
and I guess these two would like retreat into the back because they're moving to an angle where they can use their crossbows. And he just he turns away from the balcony as you approach, and you just see Arya just like standing on the stairs up to the keep.
I probably look a little rough because
yeah.
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 Yeah, she's probably got like a small like scalp wound that is bleeding slightly.
Fine.
Elizabeth just comments to the party like, well, I guess you did something.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But yeah, like Warlord of it turns towards the rest of you and says, so you return triumphant, and perhaps not a moment too soon, it seems.
Well, we although our triumph comes in a different form than you might expect, you weren't quite expecting what happened here. Are you aware of what happened?
I can hazard a guess.
I will admit I personally had a few suspicions when I contacted you earlier and earned identical responses in rather monotone voice.
I guess. Well, hopefully this is something you can get over. And but yes, instead of slaying the dragon, we found another solution, and in order to prove it to you, the dragon will stop by to say hi at sunrise.
These people must think we're absolutely insane.
Like, we will be there
Yeah.
as well, to make sure that like both sides, uphold, behave themselves.
Behave themselves.
Essentially, we've gotten the dragon to agree to leave alone humanoids in the area.
It would be a shame to see
Like,
you.
Wolodvi just like holds up a hand and says, "You negotiated with an," and then he uses the draconic word for ancestor.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, we thought it would be a shame to kill what might be one of the last of their kind, if not necessary. They seemed quite approachable.
Ah.
That's a word for it.
Yeah.
Mm,
It's fine. It's fine.
But yes, we don't. Well, of course, we didn't believe you would just take our word for it. So therefore, we arranged a meeting before you prepare to set off. So you can actually confirm it yourself. And I don't know exactly when you're planning on making the journey, nor how you are planning on doing things on your end. But I believe that would satisfy at least the initial part of our agreement.
I think tomorrow morning, the moment I see this dragon, I will know whether this is either the most impressive negotiation I've ever seen or the worst attempt at a deception.
Well, then you will see tomorrow that it has been an impressive negotiation.
Well, we will stay outside, a little bit outside the fortress. But yes, we decide the reason we stopped by is because we decided you might take it the wrong way if we showed up with a dragon without informing you in advance.
No, instead you sent your assassin to kill two of my
well,
advisors.
Our assassin.
as I mentioned, I initially tried to contact you, but instead received a very hostile response that made me believe there may have been some form of magical control involved.
Do not misunderstand me. Whilst your open act of aggression was I'm struggling to get the words through. Whilst your open act of aggression was, I thought at first a slight, it would seem that you were in fact doing me a favour. I expect I will find out the true motivation shortly. And he turns to you, Arya, and says, "If, as I think you have, you left one alive."
I did. She should wake up eventually.
I mean, we can wake her up now if we're ready to talk.
True. We might want to be careful, though. She can use magic.
We should
Well, there's
take
Elizabeth here.
precautions to restrain
Yeah,
her.
I can
Well,
put a
yeah.
stop to any attempt she makes.
I mean, we should also be sure that we remove any spellcasting focus
Oh yes.
or similar.
We'll before we take any part of this, because this is a part. Well, I would say now that like the part that you we've played our part, and unless you wish us to interfere more in that regard, we can provide assistance. However, we do recognize that this would be a rather sensitive matter.
I think this is a matter best solved internally, yes.
Good. So I know we like to get ahead of ourselves. But then, unless there are other things you would request or otherwise need, we will. Well, we will see you at dawn.
Meet at dawn.
Very well.
If you would like to wake her up now, I can assist with that. Otherwise, we'll take our leave.
I think, like, at this he... I think he pauses and thinks for a moment. And then in Draconic, I think he says, perhaps company for my Inquisition would not go amiss.
I would have assumed you'd prefer one of your own people.
It seems perhaps some of them are not as trustworthy as I thought.
That is true.
This is in Draconic.
Yeah, I was like, that is a good point, though.
Yeah.
I mean, Elizabeth's probably not going to say anything, but she is like looking at each of them as they're speaking to try and show that she at least understands.
I honestly don't know if they'll even be surprised that you could understand them.
Well, she spoke to them in Draconic earlier, so...
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I have spoken to them in Draconic before. But yeah, because I don't think
Yeah,
would speak up and like...
I think he just turns back to you, Kelariis, and says, "What say you?"
I will agree to this. Let me speak to my companions briefly. Not all of them understand. And I just kind of like gesture between us.
He nods his head, turns to his guards, and just says, secure the keep, no one in or out save the Grey Slayer and myself.
Well, I guess that answers the question Elizabeth had.
And yeah, they go to either side, and they look at you, Arya, and sort of like indicate that perhaps you should make your way to your companions, though they don't try anything.
yeah, you know what? After what they saw, I wouldn't try anything either.
Yeah.
No, me neither.
And they didn't even see the worst of it.
I guess probably one of them goes inside, like grabs the limp body of the sorcerer and like goes away and deals with it.
Oops.
I just kind of like look at Arya, raise an eyebrow.
It happens. No, I imagine she says, "I'll tell you the story."
I just like nod. It's definitely not like an accusing eyebrow raise. It's more of
No,
like
I know. It's just kind of like, what happened here?
Well, as a side note, are you okay there, Arya?
I've been better.
Yeah, if Arya comes over, I'll give her some like healing.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So I imagine you're going to sleep anyway, but still.
It's the principle of it.
It's the principle of it. Yeah. How much did you take?
I took a lot of damage.
73.
Fuck. Okay. Well, I'll give you like 45. So that still gives me a decent amount left to, just in case. But
yeah,
yeah,
you
I
like
guess
you run a hand across her like scalp wound and just knit it closed.
Thank you. At least I'm not bleeding into my face.
That
yeah.
that sounds quite intimate, the way you phrased it.
I mean,
It's
I
healing.
guess probably healing is probably a little bit weird and intimate.
Yeah.
But hey, you know
Anyway.
what?
Yeah.
Sleep's better.
Did you say sleep's better? Oh, sleep is better. I understand. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I was like, what?
Yeah,
But yeah, I
think-
guess I just
yeah.
turn to the others and just the warlord has asked me to accompany him while he questions his remaining advisor. I personally don't see an issue with it, and it's probably better in case she tries anything. Sorry. This is it is she, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
in case she tries anything again.
Well, I doubt they'll try anything again. But well, I guess they know what happened. Like I don't think they dare. And I feel like we're the warlords now. But yeah,
Yeah, I think.
Fine.
Wow. I think.
Wow.
Actually, yeah, I think Elizabeth would look over to the wall and just say, maybe wait here for our companion.
As in, wait in the courtyard.
She just means like where they're standing, basically.
but like, but yeah, we'll let you do your thing, and then I think we should probably head off as quickly as we can.
Probably.
And as I told,
Hopefully it won't take long.
and as I told Arya earlier when she was alone, stay safe.
Of course. I just like tap like the hilt of my sword.
Yeah. They think I'm scary.
Mm.
Needed battle.
I'm
Yeah,
not
come
good
on.
with crowds. Well, I'm okay with crowds because I've got that big sword slam now, but
Yeah.
Yeah, the sword slam is pretty epic, so.
Yeah, and Kelariis has the charisma to back up the intimidation.
Yeah, unlike me, who like screaming at them after murdering and like incapacitating them in once.
I would say it might have been helpful to try and inform him of why you did what you did, but like,
a little sooner.
Yeah. At no
Oh, well.
point did you say they charmed
Whatever.
you.
Yeah.
you just came in,
Maybe just-
murdered, and said stand
that's
down.
extremely Arya though to do it that way
Yeah, it
and only
is.
think,
It
oh,
really
maybe
is.
I should inform him that he was being charmed,
Yeah.
like after
Yeah.
a couple rounds. But yeah,
It's,
I'll.
it is.
Yeah.
It does also still amuse me that
Yeah.
technically Elizabeth has a higher intimidation.
Yeah, it's really
It's really funny, actually.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised that Arya's not proficient in intimidation because I feel like that's a thing that Arya would have.
I know, I just never
Yeah.
got it.
It feels like one of those things she should be proficient in, but
Yeah.
It's not.
Well,
Sadly.
she's naturally intimidation. She's not good at crafting a sentence to appear intimidating, which is what the intimidation
Yeah.
skill actually is.
That's
yeah,
fair.
true.
It's about presence.
Also, if Elizabeth didn't have the stone, she'd still only be just as intimidating.
Yeah. Anyway, the warlords, in response to Elizabeth's query, says, "Wait here, wait outside. I don't care."
Poor guy.
She's
He's had a rough
nuts.
day.
He's had a rough night.
Yeah. But yeah, like
Ugh.
we'll head off as quickly as we can, I think.
Okay.
Because then we can at least manage to get the short rests in before the morning comes around.
Yeah, you've only got a couple of hours left.
Man, I'm gonna take the shortest fucking rest after this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you head inside with the warlord.
Mm-hmm.
I think he turns to you and then Interconic says, "Wake her if you can, but be careful with her. She is one of a kind."
What do you mean by that?
A once in 10 generations sorcerer.
We got one of them too.
Yeah, We do. Not so one of a kind now. No.
Ah.
I would never say something
Yeah.
like that.
Also, very different kinds of sorcerer, but
Well,
Yeah, but shh.
yeah, it's fine. Does she cast with a focus of any sort?
I have seen her use implements, but from what I understand, most of the power comes from her blood.
I know someone who's similar. Do you mind if I check her very quickly to remove what I can that she might use for spell casting?
You seem to know what you're doing.
like I
guess I
said,
just-
we got one of them too.
Yeah, yeah, one of them too, buddy. Yeah, I'll go and just check. He said implement, so I would assume something like a component pouch, more than
yeah.
like a spellcasting focus. But
Yeah, so she definitely has a component pouch, as well as the handful of components that she was digging out of the crate as Arya attacked. But yeah, you sufficiently disarm her.
cool.
Yeah. I think Warlord Vivir uses. He probably he probably picks up like a length of chain and binds her hands.
Valid. Yeah, that's valid. I was gonna suggest it, but didn't want to be insulting, but he just did it anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Stop those somnetics.
Yeah. Just gotta worry about the verbals now. Great. But yeah, I guess
Well,
if
she
you're
can't
ready,
really
I'll wake her
verbal.
now.
You may do so.
Then yeah, I'll just give her 1 hit point so she wakes up.
Okay.
Like, I'm not gonna give her a lot.
She regains consciousness.
Yeah.
Like looks up, groggily, like tries to move, but is like restrained by the chain. At which point Warlord Vivir just says, again in Draconic, "It seems your little coup has failed." She doesn't say anything to start with. The Warlord paces back and forth a little, and just before like turning back and says, "Strange, Anun. I have never known you so quiet in your life. Yet here you are. Not a word for your warlord." At which point she just sort of like looks up at him and just says, "I have one word, Lord. Traitor." At which point, like he just looks back down at her and just says, "Is that truly how you see me? Everything I have done has been for our people. Regardless of your grand schemes and dreams of glory, everything I have done was to keep people safe. There was a time when you believed in that as well." Do you have anything to add?
Me?
You? Yeah?
It feels weird to step in between this very like
No,
personal thing.
that's fine.
Yeah, I think what I might just add is it seems that perhaps she may have wanted more than just for your people to be safe.
Yeah, so like she turns to you as you say that and just sort of says, excuse me.
She clears her throat aggressively.
Yeah. No, she turns to you, Kelariis, and says, "That was always your problem, Vivir. You couldn't see the problem when it was standing right in front of you. We came here. We came here to continue the war, not to hide out in silence and do nothing. I remember the days when you swore the oath as well. The oath to bring honor and glory to our people, to reclaim what should be ours. And now here you are, consorting with the enemy and hiding in towers, behind walls. The warlord is very irked by this, and just sort of says, "You challenge me, Anun. You challenge me, but I didn't see you producing the forces we needed from thin air. I didn't see you fulfilling any of the promises that you made either. What good is a scion of the ancestors if they cannot even take care of those around them? They told stories of your kind, you know, that you would be able to bring retribution on our foes, level cities, burn ships. And all I ever heard from you was honeyed words and poor promises. And to cap it all, you would betray your warlord. One chosen by leadership to lead us to glory." The Dragonborn woman looks up and just says, "They chose poorly." At which point, I think the warlord just turns to you, Kelariis, and says, "Tell me, what does the Platinum Legion do to deal with traitors? With usurpers?"
God, do I even know? I must know.
I mean, they would usually be court-martialed, and if the situation was serious enough, possibly executed. If not, imprisoned.
Depending on the situation, imprisonment usually. If the crime was bad enough, I've heard of executions. I favor imprisonment, personally, if it cannot be avoided, but...
I think he sort of huffs a little and says, "A little sort on jail cells at the moment." I think then perhaps we will stick to the tried and tested method. And I think he pulls a knife from his belt. Oh yeah. I guess he pulls the knife from the belt, turns to you, and says, "Untie her."
I will not be ordered around.
Damn.
Ooh.
Tell him, Kelariis.
I think he just looks at you like there's an air of "how dare you oppose me," but also an air of "damn, how dare you oppose me."
Bitch, try me.
Let's fucking go.
And I think at that point he just says, "Untie her, please."
all right. You know, I wasn't quite expecting that one, but sure.
That's too funny.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Then I'll do that.
So yeah, he as you untie her, he nods, holds out the knife like by the blade, pointing the hilt towards her and says, "You know how this is done."
It's like that. I see.
Yeah, I did not expect that, but
Now I understand why he wanted me to undo the chains.
Yep.
Mhm.
He passes her the knife. She takes the knife from him, looks at him, like, raises the knife up by her neck, and then lunges for him.
yeah. Nice.
Yeah, can I try to get in the way? I had a feeling that might happen, but I don't think I can get there fast enough.
You want to go and try and interfere with this?
Oh, are they fighting?
Well, so the assumption that you got from it is that she would commit honorable suicide, but she is clearly just going to try and stab him in the face.
He can probably take like.
Surely he can take a little bit of a knife wood, right?
Do you want to intercede or not? You have like very short period of time to decide.
I think Kelariis does it on instinct. I don't think she thinks about it.
What are you doing?
I don't know if I can just. I guess can I just knock the knife away or her hand away? Just basically, I'm not going to try to like hit her. I want to just stop.
You want to disarm her? Sure. Make a contested athletics.
Sure.
I think you're gonna win.
Yeah, I think she is too.
Yeah. Well, you only beat her by 10.
Oh no!
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's not like a sword fighting combatant, so I'm not.
She is not. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you instinctively reach out and like disarm her, and as you do so, Warlord Vivir has already brought up his own knife and just basically just stabs her through the chest with his own knife. And he turns to look at you as your arm is disarming her, and she is basically bleeding out. And I think he just looks at you and says, "Your reflexes are admirable, but this was between us."
I meant no disrespect by it. I reacted on instinct.
I think he places his free hand on her shoulder and removes the knife and sort of just lets her down gently, and just sort of says, "You are forgiven. I had hoped she might do the honourable thing, but it seems the cult of Tiamat these days is hesitant to follow even its own rules."
For what it's worth, I respect that you have honor in the way that you tried to deal with this. Not that you need my respect, but...
I think at this point he turns, just looks you in the eyes and says, "They say you abandoned. They say you abandoned the army because you grew tired of war. Is that true?"
No. Not in that way. I don't agree with the way that they do everything. And I don't believe in unnecessary fighting.
I think I understand.
It seems to me, from at least what I've heard and seen, that you do. You want to protect your people. And it doesn't always mean that you want to go to large-scale war for it. Do I understand correctly?
Not entirely. There was
I
a
guess
time.
Yeah.
There was a time where I would have assaulted the Platinum Army head on if I believed it would bring us victory. Today, I grow tired. You have seen what our once grand company has become. Bandits. There was a time when we had honor. I'm not so sure anymore.
Things can change. Even though it seems that they have already changed from what you're telling me, they can change again. The fact that you're even willing to speak with us to begin with says that you still have honor.
He gestures to the body on the ground and just says, "It seems there are many who disagree."
I find there are always people who will disagree.
I look forward to our meeting tomorrow. If there truly is... If you truly are able to speak, negotiate with the ancestors, as you say you are,
I do not know why I would lie to you about something like that, but I understand wanting to see it with your own eyes. Tomorrow morning, then.
tomorrow morning then.
I just give like a courteous nod. Not a
He-
bro nod, just a courteous nod.
Yep. He just
Difference.
gestures towards the door.
I will leave.
Okay.
Oh, I probably like handed him back the knife if I still had it, like held first.
Oh, yeah. He
Gonna
takes
steal
it
the knife.
very, very, very gently before sheathing it.
Interesting.
Well,
Yeah.
it's more that he takes it from you without making any sudden moves.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I understand.
He knows what your reactions are
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Well, you are still two very much, up until fairly recently, mortal enemies exchanging a
Yeah.
knife in very close proximity.
Yeah.
True.
No, I get it. Yeah, I will rejoin my companions.
Okay, you rejoin your companions outside.
Yeah, I will. So.
We might as well.
I mean, yeah. Elizabeth probably just goes, all sorted?
Sorted is definitely a word I would use.
Then I guess we await Moonshadow.
Perhaps get a bit of sleep in the meantime.
As much
Yeah,
as we
you
can,
still-
anyway.
He still has some, energy left in the tank, right? Because I'm guessing we're going to have to communicate with them a little bit with the old message.
I can potentially spare a slot or two.
Good.
A slot? potentially spare a bit.
Yeah, Elizabeth has no concept of slots.
What is a slot?
A
I don't know.
slot?
It is a
Well,
small
like a-
rectangular hole in which you can insert things.
True.
Whether it be a rectangular shape, or maybe a circular shape, or maybe a pyramid shape, or how about an arch shape?
Anyway,
Yeah. Anyway.
so yeah, you go outside and get what rest you can. You can take a short rest. You do not have enough time to take a long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That figures.
So you may use any short rest abilities, hit dice, etc.
I don't think I get anything back.
I didn't use anything.
Arya can use some hit dice, and Elizabeth can
Yeah.
use Arcane
wait.
Restoration, I think.
Yeah, this. I clicked. It really annoys me because it's actually.
Oh, Arcane Recovery, that's the one, yeah.
Yeah. I meant to just open it in my sheet rather than roll it, but clicking the speech bubble rolls it for the abilities, but clicking the information thing just opens it down in the spells. And I
Yeah.
get them confused.
It is a bit confusing.
It's a weird inconsistency, but
Wow, damn.
I
Damn.
know.
Yeah.
God.
Consistently 9.
Arya has been very consistent tonight.
She has.
Very.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, less than combined level of up to half my wizard level rounded up. So up to 10th level.
well, you get 10
Well,
levels up to
You get
6.
10 levels up to
yeah.
6th, yeah.
Yeah. A combined of 10 levels up to 6th.
Okay.
Which means actually I can just boop, there we go. 2 3rd level and a 4th level. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, and with that, I think as dawn breaks, that is a great place for us to conclude. And that will be the end of this current arc and the beginning of the next one.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Boy.
Which means we may have a small break in between to do something different, but it depends if people are ready or not. But that's something to discuss afterwards. So
Yes.
I think all that remains is to say thank you all for playing, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye.
Yep.
See ya.
Bye.